So I went out with him. That went wrong. I did a bit for charity. Went out with a blind guy. He couldn't tell I was ginger. And it was interesting because kind of, it's weird. When you go out with a blind guy, you start making up your own little rules in your head. You go, well, I won't wear makeup. He can't see. I won't wear nice clothes. He can't see. I won't shave anything. He can't see. But he can feel. And we were there, and like we were making out, and I left the light on because fuck, it amused me. And I got to show you with 2 hands, right? We were there kind of like in the room, and this is basically the moment where kind of things started really going wrong. It was kind of like this, right? This is him, by the way. This isn't me. Ginger people, we get cross-eyed when we get horny. It's great. Di? Have you written me a poem? I told that story once at this gig, and like 20 minutes later, literally 20 minutes later, somebody at the back of the room went, "Oh my God, it was Braille!" So yeah, didn't go out with him. But then kind of my best friend, found the one. And she decided to get married. And of course, I have to fucking go. And I was like, okay, I'm coming, I'm so happy for you. And I kind of turn up, and they have these things now these days called wedding planners. They are just the most abhorrent women who just reek of cheese and broccoli vol au vent. And I kind of went up to this woman, and she went, "Welcome to Rebecca and Jeremy's wedding, card and present." Fuck. And, like, I'd been quite down, do you know what I mean? And I was like, here's the card. And she went, "And present." And I thought, fuck, what do I do? Because I hadn't got her a present. How bad is that, right? I'd been that, like, kind of, I'd just been in my own miasma, right? I just couldn't help it. And I went through all these scenarios in my head about what I should say. I was kind of like, yeah, okay, well, and I built up this whole little speech. I was just staring at it, kind of like thinking, well, when she has been hungry, I have bought her kebab. When she has been insensible and drunk, I have held her hair back and bought her Woman's Day. When we went dildo shopping together when we were both single, and she bought one that had multi-speeds and lasted for a very long time. Mine was transparent, had one speed, and I think I lost it down the back of the shoe rack. And then I thought, I can't say this. This is not going to go down well. She's not going to let me in the wedding. And I thought, if I start talking to her about dildos, this woman doesn't know what a dildo is. If I showed her that, she'd think it was a cork. And she goes, "Where's the present?" And I went, "Did you see the bride's moustache?" She went, "No." And I went, "That was my present." Works every time, right? So I get into the venue, which is great, and we're there in the wedding, and they go, I love you, beautiful, yeah, whatever. And then we get back, and we sit down. She's put me on the ADD table, right? Everybody on my table's got kind of issues and problems, and I'm sat next to a diabetic who seems to be able to inhale wine. And she kind of, I wanted to flick over her medical alert bracelet because I thought it might say 13% proof. And I said, "Oh, you're a diabetic." And she went, "I'm also a black belt in Taekwondo." I was like, I don't think that's going to help. That's not how diabetes gets you. Diabetes does not wait for you round the back of Burger King and then runs off with your iPod. I can break a man's arm. I can put sugar in my tea. So she becomes my new best friend. And then finally, the buffet. And I'm like, yay! And so I kind of run up to the buffet and I'm like, oh my God, this is all beautiful. Ooh, no, smells like wedding planner. And so I keep going and it's like beautiful. But then I'm holding this plate and then suddenly this hand just puts the biggest red chili I've ever seen on the plate. And I look up and there's this chap stood there and he goes, I think you should eat that. I went, young man, if I eat this, A, I'm going to lose all sensation in my mouth. I won't be able to taste a fucking thing, right? B, I am going to, digest that, and I'm going to be thinking of you. 4 hours later, when what can I have except a burning chocolate waterfall pouring out of my backside. So the next time I think of you, I'm going to have a burning arse ring. Tell me why I should eat this chili. And he goes, it'll impress me. And at that point I was like, right, truth guns. And I was like, right, I'm sorry, buddy, but A, you're short. And B, you're a 6 out of 10. Harsh, I know. But he goes, better than average. And walks off! I'm like sat left there with my little chili, kind of going, motherfucker, like this. And I walk back and I've still got the chili on my plate and I sit down and I say to my slurry, insulin-deprived friend, I kind of go, I've just had the thing with the chili. And she goes, oh my God, that's the one. That's the one. And I went, what do you mean that's the one? She goes, that's your one. I went, that's my one? That's my one? And she goes, that's your one. There it is. Where are you? Friend's wedding. I've got diabetes, that'll do. I'm like, oh my God, do you think he's my one? She's like, yeah. And I'm like, okay, fuck it. Yeah, he's my one. And I look over and I think, fuck, he's ugly, I need a drink. So I think, right, I'm going to get really smashed and he's going to be my one, yes. And I eat the chili, making sure that he can see to impress him. And then, no, I can't fucking taste anything for the rest of the day, right? But kind of then the DJ starts up. So the DJ starts up. I start gulping down the wine because I think, right, I've got to build myself up for this because he's fugly. And the DJ decides to cater for everybody and therefore caters for nobody. Typical wedding DJ, right? So what he does is he plays Rock Around the Clock. Great. And this sea of kind of old people, it's basically just wrinkly knees, saggy boobs and back fat. And it all kind of draws itself onto the dance floor and it all creaks and moves. Why is there always one dude who's got white hair and a white moustache? He's at every fucking wedding I've been to, right? And they're all there dancing away, and then the DJ puts on the Gorillas. You know, kind of like I'm Dirty Harry or something, don't, and all the young people go, oh my God! And they kind of get up, and they're all wearing these satin dresses, you know, they all look like sausages. And so all the little sausages kind of come onto the dance floor, and all the old people are like, I don't like this, I've got to go. And then he plays rock, what was the next one? He plays something like, oh, I'm a Believer by the Monkees. So all the old people kind of go, oh no, 360, let's go back. And all the young people are like, oh my God, this is so retro. And so they carry on going. And I think, right, this is my time, I've got to go over, I've got to make out with the one. Okay. So I go over and kind of give him the old fuck eye. And and we start kind of, chatting and stuff, and then we start, having a bit of kissing and snogging. And I'm like, come on, let's get under the table. That's why they give those big tables with the big tablecloths, you might as well. And so we kind of get under the table, and then I remember, oh, fuck, we're kind of fondling each other, and I think, oh my God, no, I'm... it was my time of the month, right? And he kind of reaches for my pants and I no. And I just kind of said, you can't go down on me. Presumptuous, I know. And he goes, I wasn't gonna. And I got all a bit, I went, oi, buddy, if you finger the food, you should eat it. Ladies, take note of which of the men clapped. So kind of, we're kind of there, and he's like, fucking hell, is that macaroni? I'm like, look, let's just carry on. Keep going. This will be amusing to tell our children. What? So I decide, right, I've got to make the plunge. What? And I kind of go hands down into his pants, and we kind of fumbling around for a little bit. And then suddenly he starts screaming. Now, I am not that bad. But I did pick the pips out of the chili with my hand. And I have rubbed chili oil right down the end. His fuck eye was really out of operation then.